Well, like you already saw at the end, you get more assists with this build than I had rejections from girls in real life. And believe me, that's a lot. Anyways, this is an insane STAMPLAR group build for Battlegrounds, non-CP campaigns and CP campaigns. This doesn't mean the build can be played solo. It does good in 1 vs 1 and 2 vs 2, etc. It does okay in these situations. But it shines and wreaks havoc in 4 vs 4, 3 vs 3 or larger fights. In bigger fights we have great sustain and we can just focus on fully nuking our enemies to Narnia. So the pros of this build are great DPS, insane burst potential, really good sustain and a lot of support for your group and just great DPS overall as well. The cons, hard time against Nightblades. There isn't really a way to get them out of cloak properly and you don't have any snares on this build either. So with all that talking done, we're going to start with the gear, shall we? Let's get started. So let's get started with the gear. First of all, the monster sets on the helmet and shoulders. Extremely original, no one else is using this, it's so original. We are using proc set Celine. Wow, who saw that one coming? Oh wow. I'm currently using 1 heavy and 1 medium. And the reason I'm going 1 heavy and 1 medium is because the other 5 piece we are using is Ravaging, another nice proc set. Oh, you guys love me, I know. Which is all heavy as well. So the recommended trade, I would recommend to try 5 impenetrable and 2 well fitted, or 6 impenetrable, 1 well fitted, or 7 impenetrable. I personally think full impenetrable would be the best. Full impenetrable would be the best. So you want 6 heavy and 1 medium. So you can also go mask, medium, and then shoulders heavy. Though I would recommend to go helmet heavy because it gives more armor rating. Jewelry, we are using 3 out of 3 agility. On the back bar 1 and shield we are using Orgnum skills. And 200, just use a random greatsword of agility or use any other greatsword you have. Though I'm really going to grind Maelstrom because that will be so much better. If you have a Maelstrom 2-handed weapon, use it. Okay? So, talking about the enchantments. Stamina, 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 stamina. This one should be stamina as well. We have plenty of health. So you should go full stamina on all enchantments and not health and health. Or you can even go for 3 tri-stats. If you're going for 3 tri-stats, use it on the helmet, chest and legs. Jewelry, we have 2 stamina recovery and 1 reduced stamina cost. If Ravager procs, we have more than enough weapon damage. Orgnums, multi-effect on the shields. Whatever shield you have, just go multi-effect with impenetrable and defending on the sword with drain health poison 12. On the greatsword we go a weapon damage enchantment, increased weapon damage by 350 for 5 seconds. You can also go for oblivion damage, by the way, on your sword, which deals 2000 something health damage. Let's start with the attribute points. We have 15 in health and 49 in stamina, though I'm having a little bit overkill of health. Like I said, I got a few enchantments here on, so if you're going stamina enchantments on these, you can still go full stamina afterwards. It kind of depends what you want to do. Do you want to be even more bursty and sacrifice a little bit of tankiness? Well, then go more in stamina. Boon the Serpent, increase recovery. And we are currently using WS Cameron Throne Drinks. Increase stamina recovery, max stamina and max health. Anything special? We are a werewolf, and if you want to go even more offensive, instead of the shield ultimate you can select your werewolf here to gain some increased stamina recovery on your full back bar. However, it will make you more fragile in 1 vs X situations. Now we talked about that, we're going to start off with the skills. First of all, the 2-handed bar, number 1, Dizzying Swing. Well, main DPS damage, well, main knockback. Number 2, we have Critical Rush. Nice gap closer and deals a lot of instant damage. Deals up to 68% more damage based on the distance. Number 3, Biting Jabs. This will be our main DPS. Just spam that shit, increase weapon critical as well. What you overall do with the combo is you do a crit rush, try to land a dizzying swing, jabs, execute. Talking about execute, that's our fourth ability. Fourth ability from a two-handed line. We want to increase damage. Number 5, rally, increase weapon damage and also gives us a little bit of healing. Ultimate, Dawnbreaker of Smiting. Dawnbreaker of Smiting is really nice for the knockback and also increase our weapon damage by 3% passively. One-handed shield bar, number 1, Power of the Robo. Very good in group setups. Copies 20% of the damage taken. Maximum copy damage is 18.6k. Will be more if you have more maximum stamina. Also inflicts a target with minor fracture. Number 2, Channeled Focus. Gives us 5.3k Psycho and spell resistance. Also recovers 120 magicka every half seconds. Recovery is based on every 2 seconds, so that's 480 magicka recovery you will get from this. So in 2 seconds you will almost have the cost back. Number 3, Extended Ritual. Oh, by the way, Channeled Focus is the last ability from Restoring Light. Extended Ritual, 4th ability from Restoring Light, removes more enemy debuffs from you. Very useful when fighting Magicka, Dragon Knights or Nightblades. Also there are lots of people who are running cost poison, so extremely useful. Number 4, we have Repentance, and this one is very useful in the big fights. It will give us so much sustain by giving us health and stamina. However, if you more like 2 versus 2, stuff like that, I would recommend to go Total Dark, especially when you are facing a lot of sorcerers. If you're facing a lot of Nightblades, you can either go for Shuffle, or you can even go, I'm not joking with this, I know some people think I will be joking, you can even go for Reflective Light, and that's purely for the snare, okay? That's purely for the snare. And the reason I like this is because each battleground you can kind of see how it goes for a couple of minutes. And if you then realize you have a lot of sorcerers and they don't die that fast, so you don't have a lot of use of Repentance, you swap it out for Total Dark. Or if you think Shuffle will be more useful, you swap it out. So number 4, you can change a lot depending on the battle. Number 5, we have Resolving Figure. Our main heal, 3.1k, very expensive. Overall, when you get CC'd, this is for CP campaigns by the way, I would recommend to use it. And the ultimate, well, like I said, you could go Werewolf here for increased stamina recovery. I myself am using Spell Wall. Reflects back all projectiles and block doesn't cost us anything. So we just go tank modus for 7 seconds. Very useful when you're facing 1 vs X and your friends just died and are coming towards you. Or you need to get some stamina return, activate the ultimate and do some heavy attacks. I myself am an Orc on this build, and an Orc is very nice for increased sprint damage, increased damage done with melee attacks, and increased max health and max stamina. Increased healing received is nice as well, health recovery not important. I still would say probably Redguard is the best. It's an up to the face melee character, you're a lot in combat, you're doing light attacks a lot with the weaving, so you will have a lot of use of the adrenaline rush. So Redguard is probably still number 1. Number 2 being Bosmer for the increased stamina recovery. And number 3 being Orc. Bosmer and Orc are very close to each other. Redguard is just the superior one. I can't help it. I know it's just so standard, but it's just how it is. Though if you are an Orc, it's definitely fine. It's definitely fine, you know. Okay, so let's talk about the champion points for the people who are interested for going CP campaigns. 23 in Siphoner, 13 Warlords, 8 in Sprinter, 76 Monkelf, increased stamina recovery, Tenacity, increased heavy attacks restorements, 43, Arcanist 4, just a little bit of extra magicka recovery, 23 in Tumbling, reduced cost of roll dodge by 10, Shadow Ward, reduced cost of block by 9, 42 in Blast, increased healing done, 23 Shattering Blows, 37 Master at Arms, 25 Psycho Weapon Experts, increased damage done with light and heavy attacks, Elder Heavy Attacks online, Piercing 34 and 49 in Mighty. The reason I don't have a lot in Mighty is because the more you put into it, the less you will get from it point wise. So there isn't a lot of use to put much more points into it, because you will only get like 15 anyways. Ironclad 15, Spell Shield 35, and Resistant 35. We have 35 in Elemental Defender and 35 in Hardy. Now I know Enchained is very useful, and you can get it. If you want to get Enchained, put a little bit less in Expert Defender and a bit less in Spell Shield and Resistance, and get them in Hardy and Elemental Defender, and maybe 10 in Thick Skins. 25 Expert Defender, 20 Quick Recovery, and 10 Heavy Armor Focus. So that was the CP, and with that we have pretty much covered the build. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Much more builds coming up. I already made some builds for the Stamina Warren. I made a TAMPLAR build. Max Sorcerer is coming up as well. Much more builds coming up. Trying to cover pretty much everything. Watch me live at www.twitch.tv/RubenOfTheOrder and check out my website www.getdhgaming.com. Bye bye, have a great day. Seeing you in Terminal. Ruben out.